All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. I'm Laura Ashley Abraham.
And I am Connie Smock.
And together we are
the Michigan Medium Angels. Wow, look at this. We are just spicing it up.
We can take turns, right? Which is perfect segue for today. Today is day 43 of our quarantine, and today we're going to be talking about there is enough for everyone to go around. So you do not need to be afraid or hoard or feel like there's that scarcity, and I'm sure everybody's feeling like that right now. We were talking earlier about wanting to make sure that if anybody wants to get a reading from either Connie or from me, that they feel comfortable doing that, because somebody may not want to get a reading from both of us. We've been doing a lot of the group parties, and we individually do readings, we do readings together. So it's really what you guys, what you're comfortable with. But there are some people who come to me for coaching. There are people that go to Connie for coaching, and maybe they want to switch it up and get a reading from the other one of us. So don't feel badly about that. Please do that. There is no competition. We know whoever is meant for that person to go see, contact, we know that it's okay. We don't have any issues with that whatsoever. It's not a competition at all, 100%. So we don't want anybody to feel like they can't do that or to feel uncomfortable about it. Please go see Connie, because she has like awesome advice, right? And you have a different perspective than I do. And like we were talking, you're like a fire sign, and you may relate to somebody way different than I do. So I can sometimes be more on the emotional side, and you can sometimes be more on like the spunky side. But then we bring multiple things together. So go ahead, Tink.
No, you said it perfectly, except everyone, I just want you to know she says this, but she won't tell you, but she is a techno freak. Okay, she knows the ins and outs of everything, okay?
What are you talking about? Hang on, you guys. I got to mute her. Okay. So case in point, no, I won't.
They need to know that I know it was you who took down my website. So don't sit there and tell them, I'm kidding.
I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I do? Did I?
No, I'm kidding. No, she's absolutely right. I was teasing about no competition, and then you're behind the scenes taking down my website.
Oh, see, you should have given me a heads up on that. I really didn't get that joke. Okay.
She really isn't a techno freak. And if anyone who knows her, we're both kind of in the same boat with this, so I can see that. But no, she's 100% right. I have clients that want to see Laura. And it's really funny because sometimes they feel like they're going to hurt our feelings. So they won't say it, or they'll try to hide it. And it is completely 100% okay. Because here's the thing, guys. Once you get into that mentality of there is enough to go around, and there isn't, when you tap into that universal energy of infinite abundance, because it is infinite, we limit ourselves thinking there's not enough to go around. And then I can feel it. People are probably thinking right now, yeah, but you're not in my situation. I have been in situations where I didn't know where the money was going to come from. I didn't know how I was going to pay my mortgage. I didn't know how. And the money just appears because I trusted it. And I when you get into that mindset of there's enough to go around, there's plenty, it's infinite abundance, I just have to tap into it. Every time when I start doing the whole money magnet thing, and I just say I'm a magnet for money, and I picture these $1,000 bills literally sucking right to me, like they're just sucking me in, and the whole room is filled with it, and the whole house and the garden, just all these $1,000 bills. It's interesting because I'll get clients calling, or another opportunity for money or something else. The key is consistency. People get frustrated because they think, well, I did it for a day and nothing happened, or I did it for a couple days and nothing happened. It takes practice, and it takes really having that trust. If you have an underlying vibration of there's not enough for me, or why me, or that happens to everybody else, but it doesn't happen to me, then or the competition. If you're feeling very competitive with other people who are in the same job or market that you are, then you are going to attract lack, because that is a lack mentality. But when you start helping other people, believe it or not, you actually then, that energy is of abundance, and that energy will come right back to you with abundance to yourself. And it's the same thing. It's the same exact thing with jobs as it is with giving money. How they say if you give back, you get back. You're not to say that that's a motive to do it, but when you do it, you really do pull in more abundance. Go ahead, Twink. Make sense?
That was great. No, because then you're generating that energy, you're generating that giving and that receiving. You're in that flow. So it opens up that flow for you. And there are a lot of times too, so just pay attention and be aware of if somebody offers to do something for you and immediately like, oh no, I've got it. How many times do you do that? And that is pushing away abundance. So let them do it. Yeah, great. Go ahead. Thank you. Okay. Those are your new words. Yes. Thank you for helping me. I needed that.
That was perfect, because so many of us, especially these, earth angels who wanted, or women who want to feel very independent. I know she's pointing at me, and I'm pointing at her too at the same time. Although I think we both have gotten a lot better about this. Do we need some work? Yeah.
Yes, we're a work in progress, just like everybody else. So, but we're being aware of it. That's it. It's just catching it and going, oh, wow, you know what? I need to accept help in this situation. It could be something little. People are home with their kids right now, and some people that it's driving them crazy. Some people are seriously really, really stressed with trying to figure out how to manage their jobs and kids, and the kids are home, and it's the rules, there's no rules, and there's just like chaos. So in that situation, incorporate and have your kids help you. Make them help you, have them help you in a loving way, but explain, look, just because you guys don't have to do X, Y, and Z, right? Then I still have to work, or, oh, okay.
No,
so,
that's 100%. You are dead on. Thank you for that, because I know I need to get better about that. Go ahead. Sorry. You're right.
Interesting. See, and isn't that interesting how that came up? But it's so true, because we just think, oh, I can do it all. I can do everything. Let me take care of it. No, that you get to have downtime, and you get to have time for yourself also, but everybody needs to pitch in the household and in a family. And especially right now, because that will bring everybody even closer together. If you're cooking dinner, if you're putting the dishes away together, the one person doesn't need to do it all. Or, if one person is working full time and the other one's watching the kids, you guys still need to be helping each other. There needs to be help right now. There's a lot of togetherness, and you can love your family, you can love people in your family, but there's nowhere to go. So there's a lot of like energy. It's kind of like stagnant. So that will help if you can do some activities together, if you can get them outside in the yard, have people pull in weeds, you don't have to do it all yourself. So, and the other thing I did want to share too is with Connie and I, when we do readings, we've said this before, we'll always say this, but we don't share information between the two of us. So if somebody sees her for a reading and they see me for a reading, the same person, we are not sharing that information back and forth. If we say to the client, hey, do you mind if I say something? Or do you mind if we talk about something to help you or to help them? Then that's a different story, and we'll let you know, or it would be for your benefit in some way, but we do not share that information. So I wanted to make that very clear too. Whatever you guys feel comfortable seeing us back and forth, that happens very regularly. We have people who will do that, and I think it's a great idea. So it's really, truly, neither one of us are going to take it personally, just like we just did with the 4 agreements. We don't take it personally at all, promise. So.
Oh, just got chills on that one. That was a nice little tying in. I like that.
I know.
Good. Also, speaking of giving back, there is a great charity for diapers and formula, and because we don't realize it, even though we may be okay, or we may we know we're going to be okay, there are a lot who are struggling even worse. So just everyone, we sent the link out, and we'll send it out again, and we'll send it out again with this video about giving back too. But it helps to provide groceries for families, diapers, and formula for families right now who are in need. I actually did give, so it is, and we know one of the people who are actually doing this, so it is reputable. Okay, just FYI, because I know I'm leery of giving, of just donating if I don't know.
I need to do that. Thank you, because I meant to do that. I'm so glad you brought it up, but I love this. And it was really cute. And I think she's going to be, they're trying to get the interview as well, because I believe that she was on Channel 4.
Oh,
I believe she was, yeah, doing an interview. She was supposed to be. Yes, Channel 4, WDIV, anchor Sandra Ali was interested in the story, and she did do an interview, so she's not sure when it's going to air, but she said she would let me know.
Perfect. I just got chills on that.
Yeah. So yeah, go back through and we'll, like you said, we'll keep reposting and stuff, but that's really that's a great one. I love that.
Me
that
too.
Would help. Mm-hmm.
Yes, for sure. Absolutely. All right. I think we have, hopefully everyone is changing that mindset of coming from a place of scarcity and lack and not enough. And I think of these sharks, like, you know, people trying to get not just what we do in different professions, the business mentality of, I have to get this before another client does, you know, that kind of thing. And I've also called it, if you're starting a business, so somebody must need to hear this, I call it the desperate vibe, because I know when I started the other business, it was like, I felt if I didn't close a deal or get a client, I wouldn't be able to feed my family. That was huge lack mentality. I took a sales class, which was great. I don't know if they're still doing it, but it was Sales Partners, and Denise and Diane put it on. Really good. But that was one of the things that also helped me to not think of scarcity in terms of being, you know, if I don't get this, something bad will happen kind of thing. It's put the energy out there, which is, it's really difficult to do when you really do need the money. So it takes practice of staying in that energy, if you will, of there is enough to go around and it is going to be okay. And I can tap into this. I absolutely can. It's just energy. Money is just energy. That's it. If you think of it as an energy and you think of it pulling into you, it's just energy going in. It may go out, but it's coming right back in. So being in that flow. Go ahead, Twink.
That was great. And I know that there are a lot of people right now that are having a hard time with jobs or worrying about their jobs. So if you catch yourself, don't really just pay attention to it and change it. Shift that energy and think about that. If that job doesn't work out, then there's going to be another one that's going to be even better for you. And trust and know that that is so true. A lot of people will say, you know, well, oh my gosh, you know, the market and all this stuff. And that's, again, getting yourself into that fear-based place. There is always enough to go around. There is always another job. There is always something better. Every single time, always. You are not an exception. The only way that it won't come forward is if you have a belief that you don't believe that it's true that it can happen. So truly shift that belief and come up with a mantra, right? I know, seriously, like spend time. Okay, so how often, this is a good question. If that is the case and you're worrying about something, how often are you worrying about it versus putting out what you want? So if you're constantly worrying, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, really, really, really try and shift that and sit and imagine, you know, they were showing me earlier that suction of the bank tubes, you know, with imagine all the money coming through the bank tube to you, you know, and you're like, it's all, you're just pulling it out of it's flying in your car, okay, or it's flying in your house and it's all coming in through that bank tube. Or see the job, see your phone ringing, see people emailing you, seeing your email light up. Spend just a couple minutes each day doing that and get yourself into that space of there's going to be another job. And I've been working with people too, and I'm sure you have also with coaching right now, because there have been a lot of people that have been worrying about their jobs and what's going to happen. And the ones that I've been working with, they've been getting promotions. They've been getting even better jobs are coming forward. So it's because they're putting that energy out there and they're focusing on that and not on the lack. Okay.
Perfect.
Yep.
Real quickly, when you do a couple of things I did learn in sales school too, which was so helpful to help take that pressure off if you get a no, or somebody says, no, I don't want your service. The key to remember is this: you're only looking for people who want your service. You don't want someone who doesn't want your service. So not only should you be celebrating your small wins and large wins, all of your wins, no matter how small, and literally, and celebrating could be at the end of the day, you just say, you know what, Connie, you did a great job. That was amazing. I can't wait to, you know, if I'm telling myself this, for tomorrow when I even get even more clients, or like Twink and I will do, or Nancy, we'll call each other and we'll like, that was awesome, or that's great. And maybe you have a virtual drink, since we can't go out and drink right now, to celebrate. Maybe it's just one drink to celebrate that success. When you're getting in that energy of success, it perpetuates success. The other side of that is celebrate the no's, because you might have 20 no's to get to your one yes. Because if you keep celebrating, like let's say maybe you might take that, and I don't want to put that out there so people are thinking it'll take 20 no's, but you know that that so many no's, you will get a yes. So by celebrating the no's, you are in the energy of success, because you know, if it's, let's say, typically, you know, you might get, let's say, 5 no's before you get a yes, or 15, or whatever it is. If you've gotten 4 no's, you're very close to that yes. Mm-hmm. So when you start celebrating that too, instead of being in that low energy of, oh, I didn't get that client, or oh, I didn't get that job, oh, I didn't get that promotion, you know you're closer to that success. So anchor that in, celebrate it. Maybe you just go, yes, awesome, like, or I am so awesome, I did a great job today. Whatever it is, whatever you want to tell yourself, it can take literally 5 seconds to celebrate it. Anyway, that will help also to get in that energy of success.
That was great. And it made me think of houses too. You know, when people will look for a house and they will get a no, we've talked about that before. There's a reason you got a no on that house, because it wasn't the right one for you. So, and then later on you figure out, oh, wow, this was wrong, or that was wrong. That's why I didn't get that house. So glad I didn't get it. So trust it. And then there was a better one. Yep.
Even for guys or girls, if you're looking for a mate, you know, that here's the funny thing. And I just said this today because I had a toad that was in my pond and I got it out and I was holding it. I wish I had taken a picture. I was walking around with this toad. He would not get off my hand. I kept trying to put him down, and he just, every time I tried to put him down to move him, he went like this and he'd scrunch down like, I am not going anywhere. This is a warm hand and I'm not going anywhere.
Reiki.
I even brought him in the house.
Reiki. It was a Reiki hand. That's why too.
It was hysterical. I even brought him in the house and he's just sitting there. He was just sitting in my hand, not even moving. Like, he's just looking around. I brought him in to show Brad. Brad's on a work call and I'm like, so cute. Anyway, I was actually talking to him and I'm like, what do you represent? Because, you know, animals speak to us. I'm like, you're a toad. You're not a frog. Doesn't matter. So is it people have to kiss a lot of frogs before they get their prince? So celebrate even the no's if you get a rejection, if you ask someone out, because you're that much closer to someone who's more compatible with you. That was my long-winded version of that.
Thank you, because there's somebody who needed to hear that.
Yeah.
And
celebrate it.
That was so great. Yes. All right. We will leave you with that.
All right,
let us know, because we've been getting more responses too. And remember, we will be picking somebody, right, to give a free reading to. So
yes.
Have we figured out for what yet? We
did not, but it might be for someone who maybe comments the most, or someone who says something that we don't know. We should talk about this. We should have a little bit afterwards, and we're going to figure out what it is. But I don't think we should tell people, because then it would ruin the surprise.
I totally agree. Stay tuned tomorrow.
Oh, sounds good. Everybody have a magical day and night filled with peace, love, and light. Until tomorrow.